In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to do the Abyss without balance in Crimson Desert. If you've been worried that your character's balance stat isn't high enough, don't stress. This route relies on smart timing, steady movement, and precise use of your abilities, not on stats or special gear. As you progress through the story, you'll naturally be assigned a quest that points you toward the Abyss sequence. When it lands in your log, follow the marker and pay attention to the quest text, because it subtly explains what you're about to face. Think of this as a mobility challenge wrapped in a story beat. Before you move on, take a moment to get comfortable with your jump timing and camera control in a safe area. A few quick practice hops will make the next parts feel far more forgiving. When the path leads you to the sky bridge, step onto it calmly. This span sits high above the drop, and the instinct is to sprint, but resist that urge. Keep your camera level, center your character in the walkway, and use smooth, deliberate inputs. Small course corrections are better than big swerves. If the bridge sways or the perspective makes you uneasy, pause for a second, recenter the camera behind your character, and then continue. Treat this crossing like a setup to the real puzzle rather than a race. At the mechanism ahead, it's time to use Axiom Force. Face the rotating construct. Think of a pillar with rings or a core that can be turned, and activate your Axiom Force ability to grip it. Rotate slowly and watch for visual cues, glowing runes aligning, a change in the hum of the device, or a distinct click. Overshooting is common if you spin too fast, so nudge, check alignment, and nudge again until it locks. The goal is simple alignment, not speed. Once it settles, you'll trigger the next phase. Floating stones will appear in sequence, forming a shifting path. Wait for the first stone to drift closest to you and stabilize, then jump. Land near the center, let the stone settle under your weight, and only then line up the next hop. Use short, controlled jumps rather than full leaps, and keep the camera aimed where you intend to land. If a stone bobbles, ride out the motion for a heartbeat. Rushing usually causes slips. The pattern repeats, steady, patient jumps, one platform at a time, until you reach solid ground on the far side. Crossing cleanly advances the quest and confirms you've cleared the abyss without relying on balance. Master the rhythm once, and this challenge becomes a confident, repeatable run. This section, step onto the platform in front of the blocked floor. Plant your character squarely in the center so any nearby triggers register properly, and take a second to center your camera on the wall panel that's obstructing the floor. Now use Axiom Force to remove the wall that's blocking the floor. Aim your reticle until the highlight snaps to the wall segment, then pull it free with a steady motion. Keep a bit of distance so the piece doesn't clip into you, and rotate it as needed so you're controlling its flat face. Next, lift that same wall and align it on top of the nearby pillar. Think of it like setting a lid onto a post. Lower it gently until the edges sit flush. Use the edges, shadows, or any alignment marks to make sure it's level. If it jitters or slides, nudge it until it settles firmly. There's also a secondary component right next to you that you need to connect with Axiom Force and line up with the wall you just placed. Grab that piece, link it in the same Axiom Force stream, and slide it until it's parallel and neatly aligned with the mounted wall. The goal is a clean, continuous line between the two objects. Once everything is positioned, step back and observe the setup. Enter your observe or focus view and keep your eyes on the construct until the prompt appears. When it registers, you'll unlock a new skill called Force Palm. If it doesn't trigger right away, slightly adjust the alignment and try observing again. With Force Palm unlocked, use it to push the wall. Face the mounted wall at a slight angle, aim at its center mass, and release a single controlled pulse. You're looking for a solid shove, not a barrage. If it doesn't move enough, reposition and apply one more precise push. Finally, head to the large circular wall nearby. Climb up using the obvious handholds and ledges, keeping your stamina in mind. Once you're in a stable spot facing the circle's panel or core, aim your Force Palm and fire. This interaction will shift the mechanism and open the path you need, letting you progress through the abyss without relying on balance. Follow these moves in sequence, keep your placements tidy, and you'll clear this section smoothly and consistently.